Hi, I'm Ann Marie Walts. How would you like to become 100% debt free? Hey, listen, it might sound too good to be true, as that's what I thought when my friend recommended to me in 2018 to check out Dave Ramsey's book called The Total Money Makeover. Let me tell you, it's the best money that you can spend your money on right now, and that is on this book. And here's why. I'm actually going to show you a vision board that I had made, and you can see the date on there says 2018. It's currently 2024, and I had titled it Freedom from Debt. So when you read this book, it's going to give you a bunch of ways to think differently about your money. So if you're caught up right now trying to blame the economy for the reason why you aren't debt free, or the reason why your money isn't going as far as you'd like it to go, then do me a favor. Spend this whole whopping $17.99 and do your family a favor and read this book to find out how it is that you can take hold of your own finances that you have coming in. Because let's face it, our family was guilty of, maybe at the time when we wrote down all our debt, like we wrote it down. It was painful. I when this book just made so much sense to me that I went to Staples and actually got a poster board, and I hung the debt in our kitchen. My husband thought I was absolutely nuts at first. Probably still does. We've been married 30 years. But once the family was on board and we made a game out of it, it became a reality. It took us 1,752 days, and we were able to pay off a home equity loan. We were able to pay off our first mortgage. And by the time our snowball got to be the size of our debt snowball, like, paying off the debt got to be so much of a habit, and the amount of debt that we were able to pay off just started to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger from the principles taught in the book. Which one of the first things that they suggest with their teachings is take your smallest amount of a bill that you have that's excess debt, and ignore the fact that, like, the interest rates on a charge card might be costing you more. Actually take the small debt, because then there is a sense of absolute victory when you're able to just, like, know that that bill is gone. And then what happens is you get in the habit of having that money being applied towards your freedom. That's what I call it. It's applied towards your freedom. You are absolutely taking your time back and making your money work for you, instead of you working for your money. So the biggest thing that we found in our family unit, and of course in my my relationship with my husband and him with me, is that I love the fact that we bumped into a friend at a restaurant most recently, and it's now 2024, so it's 6 years later. This doesn't happen overnight, but once you get the momentum going, let me tell you, when you're on the other side, there is nothing more powerful than you being in control of your finances instead of your finances being in control of you. So going back to, we bumped into a friend. The friend said, I see that you're still posting stuff online. You really did do something with that book. And I'm like, yes, we did. We turned it into a lifestyle. And I don't get commission if you buy this book, FYI. And my husband said the biggest thing that he benefited out of this was that we were able to talk about money and agree about money, a, like a ton better. And I'm not sure that I was even unaware. I was kind of unaware that we didn't, like, really agree so much. But for him, he felt that the communication between us got better. And when you can have communication better within a marriage, well, that just does make things a bit easier. And to the point of when you do this, it sucked at first. It really sucked. It wasn't fun. And I am not one that likes the B word. Budget. So what's really cool about it is that you'll find that inside the book there's a bunch of testimonials. That's really kind of like the structure of the book. People of all different walks of life. Like I'm a hairstylist. I'm also a marketer. But my husband, he's a mechanic. Now, what was a big, huge win was not only were we able to pay off the house and the mortgage and all the miscellaneous stuff, but when we started this, our daughter was only 16 years old. She's now 23. She was looking, she really loved math. It really was looking like she was going to go to college. And we told her, you're only going to go if you go on purpose and have a skill when you get out. So what we did was we were able to pay for college, and not like when people say, oh, I paid for my kids' college, but they're still paying on it for like until they're like 70, 80 years old. You didn't pay for it. You borrowed the money. We didn't borrow the money. We were actually able to um, get so much control over our finances that we were able to um, be able to pay for it up front. Of course, she's going to pay us back, and we are charging her 3%. We fronted 100% of the money, and she's going to pay us back half. We said we'd invest and help her 50 with the payment 50%, and it's nice to be able to do that. So again, get in front of your finances. Get this book. Do yourself, your family a favor, because the other thing that it's going to affect, if you have young children or younger adults, like I said, she was 16 when we started. She was paying attention. Because if you maybe come from a family that, talking about money wasn't something that was discussed. Maybe you come from a background where it was so mismanaged, that was your normal. Maybe you were brought up with like, oh, people with money are snobs. You don't have to buy into listening to all the negative news media. You don't have to listen to maybe the money habits that you probably inherited because you just don't know how to get out from under there. Maybe you're stressed. Maybe you're tired of having to work overtime because you just can't seem to get ahead. You need to like read the book, stop the bleeding, and take a look at maybe you're going to Starbucks too often. Maybe you're going out to eat too often. Maybe you're running through the drive-through too often. Maybe you have too many Netflix subscriptions or just subscriptions that you've forgotten that you even have. Maybe there's something that you can sell that you're not using. In our instance, we took a look at things and we found that we had a camper trailer that we weren't using anymore as frequently. We were paying for rent up at a local campground to have it stationary. That was $180 a month. And then my husband and daughter brought it home, cleaned it up, and they sold it for like $7,000. And we were able to just put it towards the debt. So those are some scenarios that we did. But the first thing I cannot recommend enough is make a vision board. Make a vision board, because, and this is what I did. See, we had this was the home equity. It was $55,226.88. That sucks, right? And then but then at the end of every month, so I put the big total here, it kept going down, 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 until we finally got to zero on that. So that's what you got. That's what you need to do for your family. So please do it. Hurry up, run, go buy this book. If you see this, leave a comment. If you have questions, feel free to ask questions. If you are skeptical, I was right there with you, but it's doable. So go from being skeptical to doing it. All right. Because truly, there's a lot of support out there, and it's just ultra stress relieving to now be more educated about how to handle the money that comes into, say, our lives, and to be, maybe I'll be the voice that you might hear that's like, hey, if they can do it, maybe we can do it. Because you have money in your life. You just need to take a look at how to use it better. And that goes for all of us. Because if you don't get smarter about your money and you don't manage your money's going to manage you. And then that's not a good place to be. All right. So follow me at AnnMarieWalts.com, or my other website, which is See It, Plan It, Do It by AnnMarieWalts.com. And let me know how you make out. Thank you.